are becoming less popular. If you're considering using an eye bolt, don't use one if the shank is bent, the threads are deformed or worn, the eye is egg-shaped or modified, the manufacturer's logo and lift capacity ID are not displayed, the thread is not fully engaged, or the eye bolt itself is visibly damaged. Now, because of the eye bolt's limitations, you may consider switching to other styles of lifting hardware. In general, I recommend swiveling and pivoting hoist rings because they can handle angles with no loss in lifting capacity. However, there are a few things to remember about hoist rings too. First, check to make sure the ring is free to move as designed, to both swivel and pivot without hitting anything. And take this into consideration when preparing your lifting holes. Check the hole size to make sure it is correct for your hardware's safe lift capacity. For example, a 3/4 10 thread on a center pull style lifting ring is good up to 5,000 pounds. It is important to remember that what you are lifting may have been modified over time and is now heavier, so check the weight. I recommend a hole depth in steel of 1.5 times the bolt diameter. That's right, 1.5 times the bolt diameter. And if you're lifting aluminum, you'll need 2 times the bolt diameter for your hole depth. Always check that holes are tapped deep enough to assure full thread engagement, and shims are not recommended. Here's why. If you have a gap, you have a potential bending moment, which could cause a bolt failure. Now let's talk about sling angles. Did you know that you can more than double the applied load of what you're lifting without adding an ounce to the load? That's right. Simply put, a 2,000 pound load lifted at 2 90-degree points distributes the load evenly. As the sling angle becomes less, though, the applied load at each point becomes more. At 30 degrees, the applied load has doubled on the hardware and sling. As a rule of thumb, keep the sling angle between 60 and 90 degrees. I'm going to say that again because it's so important. If you were crazy enough to attempt to lift 2,000 pounds with eye bolts and a 15-degree angle, the forces are the same as lifting 3,860 pounds at each lifting point. And chances are your hardware may not be up to it. Now, you can use eye bolts for this extreme angle, but they have to be big, really big. Still with me? Good. Now, here's some notes related to hoist ring use. Don't ever pull a center pull style ring from the side. Don't ever try using an oversized hook. It can pry open the bail. To avoid rust, don't steam clean or degrease without relubricating. Don't alter the assembly. Liability issues can result. Don't apply shock loads. Don't allow the side of a ring to contact the lift. And of course, don't ever use homemade lifting hardware. Okay, how do you pick the right lifting product, the right tool for the job? You need to consider the size of the lifting device, its design, if it's going to be incorporated into a product to be sold versus continual in-house use, and its cost. Concerning its size, of course, you will consider the rated lifting load. You need to also think about its physical size and compatibility with your existing lifting hardware, that is, your crane hook. Next, you should select between a side pull or a center pull design. Side pull styles are designed for lifting and flipping large objects such as dies and molds. Center pull styles are designed for universal applications and are the most popular style. If you are installing a lift ring on a product to be sold, it may see only duty occasionally, so you can choose something with fewer features, such as a side swivel design. And finally, you need to look at cost. Designs intended for everyday use may be more expensive than occasional use designs. Now let's review these criteria with the Jergens product line. But first of all, remember, all Jergens lift rings offer 180-degree pivot and 360-degree rotation and have components 100% made in the USA, way better than standard eye bolts. For OEM applications, Jergens offers less expensive designs in both center pull and side pull styles. In center pulls, our swivel eye bolt has a tamper-resistant feature and is available in alloy steel or stainless. The Jergens large eye forged center pull style has a one-piece forged bail. It's designed to resist accidental spreading. It is permanently assembled so it can't be altered. It has a larger hook capacity than other center pulls. The Jergens traditional center pull design is for rugged everyday use. Each ring is pull tested and certified to 200% of rated load capacity. An individual certificate is provided. A special rust-resistant Envirolox finish is available. For side pull uses, many original equipment manufacturers specify the Jergens side swivel ring. Its unique three-piece design is ideal for occasional use applications, way better than eye bolts because they're flexible. They can swivel and pivot. For more frequent use applications, the Jergens SP2000 design features a larger hook capacity and extruded body. Each is pull tested to 200% of rated load capacity. For day in and day out usage, you can't beat our heavy side pull design. Its precision cast body and forged ring stand up to constant use. Each is pull tested to 200% of rated load capacity and is available with rust-resistant finish. Finally, because lifting is such a critical job, I suggest you seriously check out your supplier's credentials. Jergens has a proud pedigree. We are an Ohio-based manufacturer and approved as supplier to many military, automotive, and aerospace customers. Jergens uses only domestically made certified alloy steel, which is compliant with Defense Federal Acquisition Regulation Supplement, DFARS, guaranteeing you the best quality lifting products on the market. We are ISO 9001-2000 and CE certified. Our lifting products are date code stamped and individually boxed and come complete with multilingual instructions. And our lifting products can be provided with radio frequency identification, RFID capability, to permit automated inspections and more efficiently manage compliance. Ask us about our web-based serialization programs. Additionally, Jergens makes specialty lifting products such as quick lock lifting pins. You know, an old-timer once told me that lifting wrong is easy and doing it right takes a little work. Before your next lift, take a moment to remember his advice. And thanks for watching.